1 second. Okay, folks. Today is a fantastic day. Good evening, folks. This is a bit of a different live stream for you tonight. We are also live on Twitter. But with Twitch, YouTube, all of it, all a lot. As you can see in the background, we have Selhurst Park, and I will explain all of this to you in the next hour, because here we have a call-in show, but we also have a lot of talking to do. One thing I can tell you is that the FA this season have been very kind to Arsenal, and I'm going to go through this fixture list and I'm going to tell you why they've been so kind with the way they've laid it all out for us. If you want to find out why there's only one fixture that I'm annoyed with, then stay tuned. Let's go through to the chat first. Haha, Arsenal away to Palace. Yep. Oliver says he can't wait for this. Yay! Yeah, I can't wait to see that Vieira guy as well. That'll be nice. Oliver says Thomas. Mika, you think 12 to 14? That's not bad. That will probably happen in a couple of days. The predictions video. Yo says Mika. Right. Let's get straight into this. So, it's time to reveal why Selhurst Park is the background here. Well, the Premier League fixture list was released this morning, and it will be the stadium which hosts the grand opening of the 2022/23 season on the Friday, the 5th of August. And let's just say it's Arsenal who are going to be the opponents there. Thank goodness we haven't got that Monday night nonsense though. I can't be doing with that. Yeah, I'll take Friday night against them. Friday nights are easier than Monday nights. Anyway, I'm going to give you my opinions. I want to hear your opinions as well. So, we're going to talk about Liverpool. We're going to talk about Man City. We're going to talk about every side. But first, we need to look at this game week 1. And I am going to get the little graphic up for you so you can see what's happening on the first game week, what's getting televised, who's kicking off when, and who's playing who. Now, some of you may not have been watching Sky Sports this morning, but I was. And I was at the heart of hearing this fixture list. I was pretty surprised, but when I saw that Fulham Liverpool was a game that was being played, I really was impressed when I saw that. I really was. So here it is. So as you can see, match week 1, Palace are taking Arsenal. That's at 8 o'clock on the Friday night football. Now, I just really did not want an away start, and you guys will all remember all the Palace, just so much chanting, man. They were a nightmare, those fans at Selhurst Park. Was a horrible atmosphere. I literally felt sick watching that game. You guys will all remember it was a horrible defeat, and I am absolutely bawling this start. It's an awful start. I wanted a nice, simple home clash with a big 6 side. Now, I'm guessing the home clashes with a big 6 side, and I'll explain that to you in just a short while. But first, Fulham Liverpool. What a great fixture to start for Fulham. Honestly, Craven Cottage, Liverpool, BT, the lot. BT will take care of that fixture. Craven Cottage is a beautiful, beautiful old classic stadium, and that's going to be a really good fixture to start us off on the Saturday. Bournemouth are facing Aston Villa in their first game. Now, I think Bournemouth may have a chance here. The problem with Bournemouth Stadium, of course, we all know, Dean Court is a very small Premier League stadium. Leeds have got a nice game against Wolves. It will be a challenge, but I think that Leeds can overcome the steps, shall we say, and I think they might be able to get a 2-3-0 win against a weeping Wolves side who finished the season really poorly. Leicester are taking on Brentford. I think that Leicester will personally batter Brentford. Newcastle, I've got Nottingham Forest now. Not Nottingham Forest did used to love going to St James's Park, so that'll be a nice place for them to start. Spurs are facing Southampton. Now, last time these two played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Southampton actually won 3-2. So we'll see. Everton, once again, were the shock winners here. They actually beat Chelsea 1-0 in their last game at Goodison Park against them. They also took 4 points off Chelsea after drawing 1-1 with Stamford Bridge and winning 1-0 at Goodison Park. So it will be an exciting fixture, and Thomas Tuchel will be a little bit scared, and it will also be a challenge because it's Todd Boehly's first Premier League fixture as owner. Manchester United are facing Brighton in the Ian Dark Derby, as you all know, I call it now. West Ham are facing Man City. Now, we all know how badly Man City play at the start of the season. And to make matters worse, they've got an away game against West Ham. Ouch. So that is the match week number 1. No, they shouldn't. You literally handpicked our list, did you? Yes, a lot of the games are quite nice, actually. Now, a lot of you will be thinking, this is horrible, this is nice. Now, I just want to point out to you, I am not disappointed in any way, shape or form with this fixtures. I love it, personally. I absolutely love it. The way the fixtures have been... Take away that Palace game, yeah? The fixtures for Arsenal have been laid out beautifully. Because our next game, after that game, is a gorgeous game against Leicester at home. That is just on a plate gorgeous. You guys know how well we play with a crowd against Leicester. Man, we just breezed past them last season. 2-0 each way. Such a beautiful fixture for the second game. That is such a nice fixture. It really is for Arsenal. Oh, I'm dreaming it. I'm in dream world, because then we go to Dean Court, Bournemouth. What a record we've got against them. Such an easy game once again. Oh, great dreamland. And then, it gets better. Back to the Emirates, Fulham. What an easy start to the season. Oh, the Premier League are putting it on a plate for us. On a plate. Oh, honestly, on a plate. Hi Kate, hi Jonathan. Make sure, by the way, you all click this link if you want to give your opinions on the live stream as well. Kieran McClatchy's in the house. Hello, Kieran. But yeah, let's have a look at game week number 2. So I'm going to read out the fixtures for you to game week number 2. And I want you to all let me know what you think of that fixture. Our Fulham fans, Liverpool fans, what do you think of that game? Is that a nice start? City fans? West Ham? Yeah? Palace fans? Newcastle fans? Forest? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Yeah, I personally really appreciate the fixture list this season because Leicester at home, on a plate. Our Aston Villa, Josh, you are facing Everton in your second game of the season. Brentford will face Manchester United at home. Brighton are facing Newcastle. Chelsea versus Spurs. Now you've got another London derby there, and then you've got Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Manchester City are facing Bournemouth, which should be a win. Nottingham Forest have got West Ham. Now that will be interesting. West Ham, I don't think they've ever visited the City Ground before, so it'll be a really interesting game, and it'll be interesting to see how West Ham cope with that City ground, and if Nottingham Forest do a Brentford. Southampton are facing Leeds United, and Wolves are facing Fulham. So let me know, what do you think to that game week number 2? Some of them are. Yeah, I know. That is going to be a ball ache. Maybe the Premier League have done it on purpose though. Maybe they've just thought, let's give them a nice easy start, and then October hard. Hard work. And we've got that nice start. Take away the Palace game, we have got a nice, comfortable start. Leicester City could not be more of a comfortable game. We know how to play them really easily. It is so easy for us to get around that team. Now, Liverpool Palace, I think, is going to be interesting. Chelsea should be beating Spurs. I think that Liverpool, not in Christ West Ham, there could be an upset there for West Ham. Let's move on to game week number 3. So Bournemouth facing Arsenal. Now this is a very, very fun fixture. This is going to be fun for Arsenal because it's an away day at Dean Court. There's not going to be many fans, which will mean, because of course Dean Court, I think it's only like, it's a very small capacity. So there's not going to be many fans to fill up the stadium and make us scared. So hopefully that should be a nice, comfortable 3-4-0 win. Palace are facing Aston Villa at Selhurst Park. Now that's going to be hard for Palace, but I do think they'll come through, and I do think they will take all 3 points in this one. Everton have got a game against Nottingham Forest. Now this will be Everton's first experience in a long time against Nottingham Forest. Fulham have got a game against Brentford. Now I think that Brentford could beat Fulham, and the reason why I say that is because they played so well last season, Brentford, and I think that Fulham, well, they've got to start the season well. If they want to beat teams like Brentford, Fulham, they're going to have to start the season well. If they don't start the season well, they won't be beating Brentford or any of the big sides. Leeds have got a game against Chelsea at home. Leicester facing Southampton. Manchester United in this game week will be facing Liverpool, so that's a derby at Old Trafford once again. We start at Old Trafford with that one, so I take it that will be very easy for Liverpool. Newcastle facing Man City as well. You've got Spurs facing Wolves, which in that fixture last time, Wolves caused an upset for Spurs. I think they've been 2-0, was it? West Ham facing Brighton. Now Brighton did not beat West Ham at the London Stadium, but they did on the final day of last season beat West Ham by 3-1, and West Ham were not happy after that. So lots of upsets. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Oh please don't jinx me. I remember when Liverpool were in Arsenal's shoes, we had to have an easy start to have a good season. We won't lose them all, trust me. I hope pre-season goes well, because that will determine at the start of our season, I reckon. But we should go through all these games very easily. Yeah, that'll be fun for you, Oliver. It really will. So, let's get back to the fixture list. Now, this one for Arsenal is a bit of a tricky one, and I'll tell you why. Now, at Craven Cottage, you will all remember in the season where there was no fans, we started at Craven Cottage against Fulham, and we beat them 3-0. But then, Fulham were the visitors at the Emirates, and it was a horrible 1-1 draw. Now, Fabrizio Romano says that Eddie Nketiah signed a new contract. If that's true, well, he saved us last time, so hopefully he'll score a couple of goals against Fulham, and hopefully we should beat them at home this time, but you can never be sure. That's a fixture that I'm concerned about as well, but I'm not panicked by it. Aston Villa taking on West Ham. Now that will be interesting. I think that Villa have a chance, but I think West Ham will win. Brentford taking on Everton. Now we know that Brentford, of course, did the double on Everton last season, and Everton do struggle against Brentford. Brighton facing Leeds. Now this was a 1-1 draw. This fixture last season pretty much helped Leeds get this. This fixture last season pretty much helped Leeds stay up. So it'll be an interesting one. Can Leeds win it this time? Chelsea, Leicester. Now, Chelsea do play well against Leicester. I think they beat them, I think it was 3-0 at the King Power, and then Leicester forced them to a 1-1 draw at the Stamford Bridge. So that's going to be a difficult one for Chelsea, but I think they'll come through. Liverpool are taking on Bournemouth. That should be nice and easy at Anfield for Liverpool. I'd expect them to win that. Manchester City versus Crystal Palace. Now this is a difficult one for City, this really is, and I'll tell you why. Last season they failed to score a single goal past Vincente Guaita, and that would be really concerning if I was Pep Guardiola. They are at the Etihad, but they were beaten 2-0 at home to Crystal Palace last season, so it's going to be a difficult one for City. It really is. I would be concerned if I was Pep Guardiola. Nottingham Forest taking on Spurs. Now that one has got Spurs written all over it, to be honest with you. I think Spurs should win this easy peasy. Spurs do quite well against little sides like that, and I think that they will probably come through and get all 3 points there. Probably 4-5-0. Now this one, Southampton Man United. The no fans season, Southampton got battered by Man United, battered and bruised. If you remember that 9-0 defeat, but last season, Southampton played really well against Manchester United. They got 2 draws and failed, and Manchester United failed to defeat them. So it's going to be a difficult one for Manchester United. And Southampton played really well at St Mary's last time these two played at St Mary's, so it'll be a difficult one. Wolves Newcastle, great fixture. This one is that was really fun last time I watched it. These two battle it out to the end. It's going to be a goal fest. It's going to be fun. Wolves fans, let me know what you think to that game week number 3. Alex Villan comes to the house. Yes, it's an easy fixture list for you. Well, not really. Alex Villan says, hello, Wolves fans are scared. Ooh. Could they be getting relegated? Well, who knows? They might. I'm doing alright, thank you. Don't forget, this is a call-in show, so you can call in anytime you wish. If you want to give your opinions out onto the screen, your choice. We've got a lovely list as well, but I'm going to move on now to game week number 4. And this is a midweek one. So I take it Prime Video or BT will take the reins of this. Someone like that, or Sky, I don't know. But Bournemouth are facing Wolves in that one. Now, as I mentioned, Wolves are going to find it difficult, and maybe this might be Bournemouth's opportunity for a first 3 points. Who knows? Arsenal are at home to Aston Villa, which is going to be very nice. We did do the double on them last season, so I hope that we can do the same again. That would be nice. More home games for the Gunners. Fulham taking on Brighton. I expect Fulham to beat Brighton, to be fair. I think Fulham are a better side. Got a nice squad. They've got Mitro. Leeds facing Everton now. Now, I genuinely would be worried as an Everton fan. Ellen Road, Leeds, be concerned. Against sides like Everton, Leeds will be full of goals. I expect Everton will need to put in a real shift if they want to get a result against Leeds at Ellen Road. At Goodison it may be okay, but teams like Everton will get dominated by Leeds at Ellen Road. Leicester facing Manchester United. Now this, last time these two played at the King Power, Manchester United were beaten 4-2, quite embarrassingly. So as a Leicester fan, I'd be thinking, yippee! Yippee! And then Leicester near, but it was this loud goal, unfortunately. They did drew 1-1 though, Manchester United at Old Trafford. So Leicester will feel happy about that one. West Ham taking on Spurs. Now this is going to be a midweek London derby, so that will be interesting to see it'll be interesting to see what happens in that one. West Ham, of course, beating Spurs in the last 2 home games against them, I think it is. I think they beat them 3-1 or 2-1, was it? And then 1-0 last season. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. And Palace take on Brentford. I think Palace will just about squeeze the result there. Then we move on to the Wednesday, where Southampton are expected to face Chelsea, which should be 3-0 for Chelsea. Liverpool are facing Newcastle, 4-0. City facing Forest, 2 or 3-1. It's not a draw. We're going to beat you. Oh, I love midweek games, honestly. Yeah. But don't forget Newcastle are Royal, so we're going to just skip them. I think they'll get relegated, Oliver. I think they'll get relegated. I think everyone on bottom half is praying Brentford are crap this year. Well, Brentford won't be. Because they've got a great squad. If they keep Christian Eriksen, they're not going to get relegated. The team that cheated to keep Leeds up will not just give up. Forest to signing Dean Henderson, well, he's not a great goalkeeper, I don't think, Dean Henderson. He's alright, but we will, mate. I'm not being funny, but I think Aston Villa are going to finish rock bottom next season. Sorry, but that's my honest opinion. I think Villa are one of the poorest sides in the Premier League, so yeah, you're going to get relegated. Sorry. That's my opinion. No, he's not. If he goes to Manchester United, then that will just be embarrassing for him. Honestly. Who would put themselves through that misery of going to Manchester United? This season, yes, 22-23, you are getting relegated. He can't go to Manchester United though, man. That's just embarrassing. Oh. Why throw your reputation in the bin? No, you're not. City are winning it. You know that. You should know by now that City are going to win the Prem. Moving on, swiftly on. Saturday the 3rd of September. Aston Villa are hosting Man City. 4-0 Man City. That one should be nice and easy for the citizens. Brentford are taking on Leeds. The fixture where Brentford cheated to keep Leeds up. Yes, you heard me. They put in a false performance and gave Leeds the win. and they pretty much gifted Leeds a third season in the Premier League. Yeah. Will Brentford cheat again, or will this time will they actually show the game face and beat Leeds? This game will decide if Brentford cheated or not. Brighton taking on Leicester. Draw. Chelsea West Ham. I think West Ham will win. Everton Liverpool. Now this is the Merseyside derby. Liverpool should win it. 5-1 Liverpool. Oh, here it comes. This is the game that I do not want to see. Now, I mentioned to you all that there was a big, exciting, there was a very, very exciting thing for Arsenal involving some of the big six sides, but Manchester United are not involved in that group. I can tell you, I'm not going to reveal the teams yet who are involved in this exciting thing for us, but United are not involved in it, and I'm gutted because Old Trafford is United are the only team we didn't get lucky with. Unfortunately, we do have to play our Old Trafford first, which is a pain in the backside because I would have appreciated to have all of them at home first. Oh well. But I think we can have a go. I don't think we're getting beaten 3-2 again. Because who knows if Ronaldo's going to stay. Oh, so am I. Oil's ruining the world of football. I don't want to talk about oil. But yeah, that's going to be a difficult one for Arsenal. We play well at the Emirates against them, but when we go to Old Trafford, it is a pain. And I'm going to struggle in that one. I really am. Liverpool's league this year, no chance. Sorry. I think it's shady to leave Brentford with no one when no one else wants. I mean, it's Mika. Brentford is a dream for Ericsson. Really, it's full of Danes, isn't it? It's a Danish delight. Well, sorry, but 4-0. 4-0 simples. Should want anyone but City to win, because the Prem could become the new Scottish League if City win again. Well, I don't want Liverpool to win, and I don't want Manchester United to win. I'm happy for a London rival to win, except for Spurs, but I just don't want to see Liverpool or Manchester United win, or Everton. Although they won't win the league, they'll never win it again. They'll probably get relegated. I'd support Man United. Whoa. Luca, wake up! You always have to say City, man. Why would you put yourself through the phrase of supporting Manchester United, man? Oh my word, they are such a dead club. Oh, Jesus Christ. Honestly, if you can't understand how bad of a club Manchester United are, then I'm not even going to go through it. But if you're saying that you prefer Man United over City and you're not a United fan, then you are very deluded, because that club has got real problems, Manchester United. Moving on. Onwards and upwards. Newcastle facing Palace. Now, Newcastle, of course, beat Crystal Palace by 1-0. St James says, I think that they can personally batter Palace here. 3-0 Newcastle, I'm saying for that one. Sorry, Oliver. Forest taking on Bournemouth. Draw, 1-1, easy. Spurs taking on Fulham. Now, Spurs should win this, but Fulham could turn up. You never know. Wolves, Southampton. I think I remember. I think Southampton beat Wolves really heavily once this season. I don't know if it's true, but I'm saying Southampton win that. Yeah, these are quite nice fixtures actually for some of the sides, but Man United and Arsenal's not nice. Saturday the 10th of September, we move on. Bournemouth taking on Brighton. Seaside derby. Brighton win. Arsenal take on Everton. What are we saying? 7-0? 8-0, 9-0, 10-0? It's going to be a goal fest for Arsenal. Palace, Manchester United. Now, this fixture I actually call to be the first game of the season for Crystal Palace. And Palace have got the luck of the draw. Selhurst Park hosting Man United first. And last time these two played at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace won by a goal to nil. I'm saying 4-0 Palace here. I really think Manchester United are going to get better slapped. I really do. So good luck Palace in that one. Now, this, believe it or not, is a derby. It's Fulham Chelsea. It starts at Craven Cottage. And it's going to be a fun one. Who will win it? Will it be Chelsea or will it be Fulham? Can Fulham cause another upset? Only the God knows. Only... who knows? Leeds are facing Nottingham Forest. Now, that'll be a taster. That'll be a taster of Championship. That'll take us back to the Championship days, that will. And Leeds will probably win that because they've, you know, they're one of the sides who've played Nottingham Forest before, as per Fulham, as per Bournemouth. Leicester taking on Villa. Liverpool taking on Wolves. City facing Spurs. Ooh. Etihad, remember? Dejan Kulusevski opened the scoring. Kane braced. 3-2. Ouch. I was nearly in tears. West Ham, Newcastle. Newcastle caused real trouble for West Ham at the London Stadium last season. What we're saying. And Southampton, Brentford. Now Brentford did get slapped by Southampton last time they went to St Mary's. I'm going to go for a draw, 2-2. So let's move back to the chat, and we've got Muhammad Rozaik Hassan in the house. He says, Man United is a joke, did not buy anyone this summer. I know, they are a joke club. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Retracting? What do you mean? Let's move on. By the way, I want to hear all your opinions on this, folks. I don't like this. I don't want to... This is going to be hard. This is going to be hard to get through, but we have to face the team who embarrassed us at the start of last season. Brentford versus Arsenal. I'm not looking forward to that. No, I'm not. Aston Villa taking on Southampton. Brighton versus Palace. The A23 derby, whatever it is, M23, A23 derby. Then you've got Chelsea, Liverpool. Them two both played in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup final. Chelsea were owned both times, went to penalties both times. Liverpool won both times. I think Chelsea will win though. I think Chelsea are very good against Liverpool in the Premier League. I really do. I think they're all right. Not bad for Chelsea. Everton taking on West Ham. 2-0 West Ham. Manchester United, Leeds. If Leeds turn up this season, I think that they will beat Manchester United, but if they play badly, United are obviously going to slap them. Let's look at the draw in this one. If Leeds play well, they're going to beat Man United. If they start really badly, United are going to slap them, aren't they? Newcastle taking on Bournemouth. Which will be enjoyable for Newcastle, I'm sure. Forest Fulham now, this will be a very interesting one. I can't wait to see the result of this, because I've actually never seen these two battle out before. And in the Premier League, the tension of it will be even higher. Big game. Huge game. That's going to be really exciting to watch. Spurs taking on Leicester. Leicester got beaten, was it 4-1 last time they went to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Maybe things will change. I don't know. And Wolves Man City now. Hopefully Wolves don't get beaten 5-1 again, because that was a bit embarrassing. But it's going to be a hard fixture for both. City will come through though. Let's move back to the crowd. Oh, Alex, stop it. Okay, if you say so. But I would personally prefer Chelsea to win the league over Liverpool, put it that way. I'm only going to go for 1-0 Man City there, unfortunately. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Alex, but I think it'll only be 1-0 Man City. Right, is anyone going to come on? Because I actually need a bit of support here. Take what back? You're seriously going to unsub just because I said I'd prefer Chelsea to win the league over... Okay, I want Liverpool over Chelsea, but over no one else. There's... Okay, that's as far as I'm going to go. You guys are going to get relegated rock bottom next season, trust me. 2 points on the board, no wins, 36 losses, 2 draws. Bye-bye. Well, not this season I don't. Because I'm going to surprise you. And actually... there's no need to wait for the surprise. Now, this is a beautiful game week. This is beautiful. This is honestly a beautiful game week. I'm even going to share my screen for this one. I'm not a moron. Who loves a derby? Me? Well, in game week, whatever it is, I can't remember which one I'm on. 6, I think we're on. There is 2 derbies in one game week. Now, Bournemouth taking on Brentford. Palace, in fact, there's 3 derbies actually. There's I'm going to count the derbies here. There's 1, 2, 3 of them. 3 of them. 3. Oh wow. So Arsenal, Spurs, and you've got the Manchester derby, and you've got Palace, Chelsea. 3 derbies. That is mad. And then you've got Fulham, Newcastle, Leeds, Villa. Leeds 4-0 win. No, I'm not. I'm joking, Villa fans. You might get a point off them. Liverpool, Brighton 3-0. City, Man United. I think City will win, but I think they'll struggle because, of course, with the Manchester derby, It's the away effect. Oh, yes, the away effect. Oh, the away effect. Southampton taking on Everton. I think that Southampton can beat Everton there. And I hope West Ham get upset by Wolves here. But yes, 3 derbies. 3, how is that even possible, man? 2 humongous derbies in one that game week, but 3 of them. Yes, we will. Don't forget about that John McGinn situation, Josh, because the bid's still going to go through at some point. But yes, that game week is going to be special. 3 derbies in one. Who would believe that? Oh my word. That is mad. I don't know who decided to put the Manchester derby and the North London derby in the same game week, but that is magical. Because that is going to make our brains whiz. Anyway, we're going to move on. Now, here's where it gets fun. Now, this hasn't happened in a long time, but finally, we get the home fixture first against Liverpool, and I say, yeah, hey to that. That is the big news. That's half of the big news. I think it's been about 6 years. I think it is something like that. 6 years or so since we've had the home fixture first against Liverpool, and I am over the moon about it because it will give us confidence, and hopefully we play a bit better than usual against them. So yeah, really pleased with that. And then you've got Bournemouth taking on Leicester. Brighton taking on Spurs. I hope Brighton beat Spurs. I really do. Chelsea taking on Wolves. I hope Wolves beat Chelsea. Palace taking on Leeds. Now Palace have struggled against Leeds. I think they got beaten 1 at Ellen Road, and they were held to a 0-0 draw as well. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. See if Wolves can beat Chelsea, Spurs can get beaten by Brighton. And this game is magical. Everton Man United, remember? Everton beating Manchester United was absolutely fantastic, mate. The Goodison Park exploded when that goal went in. What a game that was as well. I'm excited for it. City Southampton. Now I have to say, take away the FA Cup tie, Southampton have really made City struggle. They really have. It was 0-0, I think, at the Etihad between the both of them, and 1-1 at St Mary's. So City haven't had a win in the Premier League in the last 2 against Southampton. Would I be concerned about going to would I be concerned next season? Probably a little bit. Because I think Southampton at the Etihad did have a disallowed effort, which could have been the winner. Who are we on about? Watkins is awful. He's not a natural striker, a goal scorer. He's just sat there. He's just like a blob, really, Ollie Watkins. I don't rate him. Wouldn't do enough for Villa at all. I think the guy needs to step down to the Championship. Although, hang on, he'll be in the Championship next season because that's where Villa will be. Moving on. So yeah, Southampton, that's going to be a struggle for City because they've struggled last. Yeah, Southampton will make them struggle. I'm sure of it. Newcastle taking on Brentford. I think Newcastle will win that, but who knows? Forest, Aston Villa. I think that will be a big win for Forest. Big win. You heard me. Big win. And then, right at the bottom of this game week, we do have a London derby between West Ham and Fulham. And I believe that Fulham will dominate this game at the London Stadium, but I believe it will be a draw. Now, Aston Villa taking on Chelsea on Saturday the 15th of October. You've got Brentford taking on Brighton. Fulham taking on Bournemouth. Oh, yes. And that's what I'm talking about. First in the Championship versus second in the Championship. That will be a banger. And then Arsenal with a nice game at Ellen Road. Hopefully we should beat Leeds there. Leicester Palace. Palace should win. And then, Liverpool Man City. Now, Liverpool fans can now cheer and go yippee because Liverpool do get the Anfield game first against Man City. So all of you Liverpool fans, give me a nice big yippee! Because you are going to face City at Anfield first, so you will have probably a home advantage. Yes, I'm sure that makes you very happy. Trust me, when I found out that Arsenal I've got the home games first against City and Liverpool, I went yippee. So yeah, United taking on Newcastle. I hope Newcastle beat Manchester United. I always want United to get beaten, unless it's, yeah, I just want them to get beaten. Southampton taking on West Ham. Now West Ham were once again stirred by Southampton. Southampton beat them 3-2 at the London Stadium, and I'm not sure if it was a draw or a defeat for them at St Mary's. I don't know. Southampton. Spurs, they slapped Everton 5-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last time, so that's going to be a struggle for Everton, I think. And I think Everton will get slapped again. And then Wolves facing Nottingham Forest. I can't see how that's going to turn out. I really can't. So thoughts on that game week? I'm sure I bet you all the Liverpool fans are just going yippee. He supports the old Liverpool. So that's that one. Push it out of the way, and we move on to the Tuesday, the 18th of October, and this is what I was dreaming of. Finally, all I asked for was that we get the home game first against Man City and Liverpool, and I had my wish very kindly granted by the Premier League. I am happy about it because it really gives us a chance to just build ourselves up, show what we are, and we did show what we are last season at home to Man City, and now we have the opportunity against these two sides to actually show who we are at home first, because those away fixtures at Anfield and the Etihad scare Arsenal because they get slapped. But having those two home games against them two might give us a little bit of confidence against them two sides, and we did come close against City last season at home, so I'm really pleased about this. I hope that it's going to be a good game. I really hope. But I'm grateful that the Premier League have granted my wish. Yeah, I'm over the moon about that. Because there's nothing worse having to go to the Etihad and Anfield You know, before actually getting a chance to play them two at home. Them two away are horrible. But yeah, I still over and over again watched the Arsenal 1 City 2 game because it was an inspirational game. In that first half, we showed character. We were amazing in that first half. The fact we scored that goal against them just was magic. It was a great game. And it just made me wish that A, we didn't have Stuart Atwell as the referee, and B, we had that game before the 5-0 at the Etihad. And this season we've got the opportunity to actually, you know, have a chance against City without having an away defeat first. So yeah, them two home games against City and Liverpool are really important for the morale of Arsenal and the confidence against big six sides like them too. So I'm really pleased with the FA for that. I couldn't be more grateful. Brentford taking on Chelsea. Brentford caused a massive upset. When I say massive, it was literally one of the biggest upsets ever at Stamford Bridge. They do host Chelsea though this time. Might struggle. But yeah, it'll be an interesting game. I hope Brentford win. That's all there is to say. Brighton, Nottingham Forest, it's going to be a draw probably. It's going to be a ball fest. Oh well, Fulham, Aston Villa, Fulham win. Leicester, Leeds. I hope that Leeds win this one, because I was watching this game, Leicester Leeds, last season, and Leeds literally played so well in that game, and they only got defeated 1-0 as well. I was just genuinely thinking they were going to beat Leicester. I was so disappointed, and now it's a new season. So who knows, they could go back to the King Power and they could actually do it again. They could dominate them again, but this time with the win. And Palace taking on Wolves, it's going to be a fun fest for Palace, I think, that one. I think they'll win that 2-0. It's a great fixture for Palace, that. Then on the Wednesday, we've got Newcastle, Everton. Will Newcastle cause an upset for Everton? Liverpool, West Ham. Now, West Ham beat Liverpool 3-2 at the London Stadium last season, but at Anfield, Liverpool just beat them 1-0. Will West Ham next season be a bit better? Will they maybe get a result at Anfield? I don't know. Will they have the confidence to even beat Liverpool next season? I don't know. But good luck to West Ham in that one, because in the home fixture for them, they play really well. It's just about keeping that confidence and showing character at Anfield. And Manchester United have Spurs at home this time first. Now at home last season they only just beat Spurs 3-2, but away beat them 3-0. So you'd expect them to struggle. This could be a 3-3 draw for all we know. United Spurs. But it is what I like to call it, a massive rivalry in my world, because these two sides are my two most hated sides in the Premier League. I do not hate anyone more. Sorry, I do not hate anyone. I do not hate anyone more than these two. I hate these two with all my heart. No, you can't. Salah's staying at Liverpool. I do predict with the art, exactly correct. All my predictions come straight from the heart, not from the brain. Because sometimes it's not about being brainy, it's about what your heart is saying. And whenever I make opinions about these fixture list, anything, the opinion comes from the heart first, then goes to the brain second. Right, I'm gonna whiz through these next ones here. So you've got Aston Villa, Brentford, Chelsea, Manchester United. Wow, it's a great fixture. When these two play, it's good fun, but it's always a draw. Everton Palace, the game where Palace went 2-0 up and then were beaten 3-2, and Patrick Vieira, I think, ashed out. If I remember correctly, that was the one he ashed out in. And that pretty much saved the Evertonians. Oh yes, the Evertonians were saved after a 3-2 victory against the Palace. I felt sorry for Palace. Leeds taking on Fulham. Interesting game. City Brighton. Got the City written all over it. Forest Liverpool. Southampton Arsenal. Liverpool struggled in that cup tie at City Ground. They only managed to beat Forest 1-0. You've got Spurs, Newcastle, West Ham, Bournemouth and Wolves, Leicester. Then Bournemouth taking on Spurs, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. I hope we beat them. I hope. Brentford, Wolves, Brighton, Chelsea, Palace, Southampton, Leicester, Man City, Liverpool, Leeds, Man United, West Ham, Newcastle, Villa. And then Chelsea, Arsenal now. Arsenal love Stamford Bridge. Unbeaten in the last 3 at Stamford Bridge. Superb. 2 wins, 1 draw at Stamford Bridge out of the last 3. Superb. This fixture's got Arsenal written all over it. We beat them 4-2 last season. What a game. To keep going and going like the way we did was wonderful to watch. Wonderful. City Fulham, Villa Man United, Leeds Bournemouth, City Fulham, Southampton Newcastle, Spurs Liverpool. Once again, yet another game which is full of draws. West Ham Palace. Ooh. That's going to be a fun London derby. And Wolves Brighton. Well, Wolves got smashed by Brighton at Molineux last season. 3-0 battering. I know. Who would believe it? Then Saturday 12th of November, Bournemouth Everton, Brighton Villa, Fulham Manchester United, Liverpool Southampton, Manchester City taking on Brentford, Newcastle taking on Chelsea, Nottingham Forest taking on Palace, Spurs taking on Leeds, West Ham taking on Leicester, and Wolves taking on Arsenal. Now we are gonna zoom down to the final day, because I'm getting a little bit bored. I'm sure you are too. So Arsenal taking on Wolves on the final day. Whoa. Now in the no fans season, Arsenal played really, really badly against Wolves. Really bad. Okay, cool. Honestly, it was embarrassing how bad we played against them. But this season, I should say 21-22, we did a classic double over them. We beat them 1-0 at Molineux, down to 10 men as well. Gabriel was the winner in the 23rd minute. They did have a disallowed effort through Realltom. Then at home, now Hwang scored a shocking opener, but then Lacazette and Pepe came to our rescue. So I think that yes, it could be yet another double against Wolves for Arsenal. Aston Villa taking on Brighton. And by the way, that's a great fixture to end the season. Arsenal Wolves. Aston Villa taking on the Seagulls. Brentford taking on Man City. Chelsea taking on Newcastle. Palace for Nottingham Forest. Everton Bournemouth. Leeds Spurs. Leicester West Ham. Manchester City Fulham. And Southampton Liverpool. Those are the games. Yeah, I think it's because of the World Cup final, isn't it, or something like that. I don't know why. But anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. Well, it's a shame. It is, but we've got to move on. I'm not being funny, but we can't just sit there crying about things like that. We've got to focus on the football. Because them wars were a long, long time ago. Of course, we'll never forget them. You know, we have to, whatever it is, it's lest we forget, something like that. Absolutely, we don't forget them. Because they saved our country. In a moment, I'm going to finish in a moment, Fraser. But yeah, Boxing Day, we've got West Ham. Nice Christmas present, that. But I've been me, you've been you, and this is the new Premier League season. And all that matters, folks, is this. I am gonna show it you one last time. It is. So here is the match week number 1, which is the one that really matters. It's Crystal Palace taking on Arsenal. It's Fulham taking on Liverpool. It's Bournemouth taking on Aston Villa. Leeds taking on Wolves. Leicester taking on Brentford. Newcastle taking on Forest. Spurs facing the Southampton. Everton taking Chelsea on Goodison Park. Man United, Brighton, West Ham, Man City, and it's live. I'm just going to go through the televised as well. So, we'll start off with not televised. Bournemouth, Villa, Leeds, Wolves, Leicester, Brentford, Newcastle, Forest, and Spurs, Southampton, not televised. Sky Sports, Feel It All, Palace, Arsenal, Everton, Chelsea, Man United, Brighton, and West Ham, Man City. Then BT Sport is Fulham, Liverpool, and I'm sure they will take care of that very well. Fulham, Craven Cottage will be a great atmosphere as well for that game. What a game! That is my favourite game personally of the next match week. But anyway, folks, on that bombshell, that is my reaction. I'm very happy with the City, Liverpool and Spurs situation. All of them 3 at home first. Very happy about that. Not happy with the first fixture. Oh, well, I'll get over it. What a season Arsenal are going to have. If we can... Well, I say that. It's a great fixture list, but we have to perform. Yeah. Well, no, you'll see me in pre-season as well, but yes. Selhurst Park is where next season begins. It's all live with me. The only game week I think we'll be skipping is the one, of course, where the October half term is, because I'm on holiday. But other than that, football flowing, and yes, the first game week I will be covering this time. Okay, that's it from me, but I will see you again very soon, because we've got Premier League table predictions coming up. It won't be tomorrow though. It'll probably be sometime next week. Or there might be some live streams this weekend, depending on how I feel, depending on what games are on. But yeah, Anyone wants to do a live stream, give me a bell. You know the socials. Here they are. And yeah, let's just get ourselves through to pre-season. And this, by the way, is a massive boost. I'm sure everyone is delighted to see this new fixture list. It does, after what England have put us through, it's a great booster to have this fixture list out. Anyway, because this is the end of the season, I am going to leave you with the Super Sunday intro, because it might be the last time we ever hear this intro, because I think I've heard they're going to change the song for the 22-23 season. So I'm going to leave you with the intro for Super Sunday. Bye bye for now.
Time to take your seat. And Manchester City are the champions. You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go.
Oh, you absolutely can't. It's a great song and it represents the Premier League so well. It does. It represents the Premier League really well. Goodbye for now.